Lights on, game time, let's break it all down. From the spreads to the lines, who's up, who's down. We're crunching the numbers, calling the plays, talking all sports in a big time way.
Welcome back to Spreadsheets Sports. It is Saturday night going into Sunday, week 4 games for the NFL. It's about to be crazy, folks. I'm in the lab. I don't think I'm gonna sleep tonight because this is the week to finally take things very seriously with the NFL. We were like ha jokes, throw some money at it the last 3 weeks because we all didn't really know who was who, how they were playing. Attrition is starting to set in for some players right now. Um, Before I get into all that, let me welcome the guests. For those that are returning, obviously you know my heart is with you. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for the support. If this is your first time here at the channel, here at Spreadsheet Sports, we look at the data. The data is the North Star. That's what we look at. That's what we follow. That's what we believe in. You can't argue with numbers, right? We use our interpretation, but the baseline is the number first. It works. This is why I created this whole brand and the show was because I did so well in sports betting just off of math, numbers, algorithms, AI formulas, rankings, matchups, mapping in the formulas for the matchup, like I do baseball, MLB, um, NBA, college men's basketball, obviously NFL. We do a little bit of UFC and we do some boxing as well. Um, but the numbers always tell the story. I watched the game to be honest for like recon to understand the style flex of every team, but I can literally look into the matrix of the numbers and the data, and I can tell you everything and probably tell you more than what you're seeing because when we look at a game, it will trick us and have us think one thing when there's a whole other thing going on. Case in point, the Ravens, the Bills game, we saw the high scoring. Oh my God, it's the best thing since sliced bread. It's amazing, blah, blah, blah. And they were. But there were some flaws with defense on both sides. We have yet to see the Bills get exposed, get their defense exposed. But they're going to. I don't think it's going to be this week. Maybe in the next couple of weeks we'll see the Bills exposed, but the Ravens have already been exposed. Once with the Bills game, week 3, Lions game. They're 1-2, ladies and gentlemen, against a good defensive Lions team. Derrick Henry fumbling is a whole nother conversation. Some people feel a certain type of way about it. They have a valid argument. Other people feel a different way about it, and they have a valid argument. But Henry is a liability now. When he came in, he was heavy as an asset, but he's a liability now, in my opinion. We're gonna dive into it. Today's show I prepared for everybody is AFC and NFC games. And I want you guys to look at that. The other games I'm gonna do another show for. Um, and that show is just gonna be about the other games. It's not AFC versus AFC and NFC versus NFC. These games are important. They matter. They're up against their own kind. And I wanted to look at these matchups. The other games are important too. Repetition, bragging rights, number on their record, those type of things. But those games, the other games that are not conference or division, don't like count towards how you're gonna fight out of your division, right? So I wanted to isolate that for us this time. Um, Maybe I'll do a different format next week where I do the 1 o'clock games and maybe 2 or 3 games out of the 1 o'clock game and 2 games out of the 4 o'clock game, and then just do the 8 o'clock game, and then do another show for Monday Night Football, another show for Thursday night. Maybe I'll give y'all that format, but I wanted to try something different. Let's see if this works. If it does, great. Leave me a comment that you like it. If it doesn't, great. Leave me a comment, tell me you didn't like it, and we'll try something else. But anyway, week 4, let's dive into it. I'm gonna go through some AFC games first, and that I selected, and then I'm gonna go through 3 NFC games that I selected. I think I pulled the Commanders game, the Eagles game, and the Green Bay game for NFC, and I grabbed the Titans and the Chiefs game for AFC. And then at the end of that, I break down all of the games so you can see who I think is going to win and lose for the whole games, all the games for tomorrow. And I gave you a bonus clip, which is a really good round robin slash super parlay that I think you really, really like. But let's dive into it. Let's see what we got. For those that are new, if you like the content, please like, comment, share, or subscribe. It's greatly appreciated to help the channel grow. For those of you that are returning, strap in. It's Saturday night. Make a drink, hit the pause button, come back, roll something up if you need to. We're about to dive into this to see if we can make ourselves some money like a bag. We can crack them tomorrow. Okay, we can really crack them tomorrow. For some of y'all, you can go ahead and do Christmas shopping early. And for some of y'all, you can go ahead and buy that car, that bucket list item after we crack them tomorrow. I'm not just talking about like $100 payouts tomorrow. I'm talking about like 10,000, 20,000, $300,000 payouts tomorrow. That's how this shit going down. Real talk. If you want to make some money, tune in. Let's see what we got. Shit about to get real. Quick rundown on all the games for tomorrow. Um, Seahawks, I called. They already won. I got the Vikings over the Steelers. I got the Commanders over the Falcons. I got the Bills beating the Saints. I got the Lions beating the Browns, but tight game. I got the Patriots beating the Panthers. Tight game because the Panthers think they can win. The Patriots are playing pretty good. I got the Chargers, Justin Herbert over the Giants. Jason Dart, I think, is going to be explosive. Tight game, though, a little bit. Even though the data says 23-13, I think it's more like 24-21. 24-21 Chargers. Eagles, Bucks. Like I said in the video, I think the Bucks win this one. Tight affair, low scoring, 21-17. Bucks. Texans over the Titans. Rams over the Colts, even though I like Indiana Jones. I like Indiana Jones in this game, but the data and everything says the Rams. How can you go against Puka Nakua right now? He's looking like a Superman. Um, 49ers over the Jaguars. I'm still a little torn on this one. I haven't made my final bet on it. I might lean towards the Jags to win this game. It's 72 and it's clear. No bad weather. Um, Chiefs and the Ravens. I'm pulling the trigger on the Chiefs. I was trying to find some type of arbitrage bet for that game, but it is one. There isn't one. So you're gonna have to jump off the fence, and I'm jumping off the fence with the Chiefs, not because I'm a fan, but just because I just logically it just seems like a way through for the Chiefs. Bears and the Raiders, their data has it kind of like a pick 'em. If I got to pick between the two, I'm going with Caleb Williams over the Raiders. I just don't know if Geno and Pete Carroll have got it together. And then I got the Packers over the Cowboys, and the Cowboys are going to have a bad record, and they're going to be in the hole. But that's what I got on the games, guys. Take a screenshot of this, knock yourself out, and I'll come back with a readout of review of the slate and see which ones I picked, which ones I got wrong, which ones I got right. But that's what I got. Let's look at one last thing I got for you. I got a round robin I'm gonna give you and give to you. Hope you have fun with it. But let's look at that as well. So here's a round robin I got for you. Um, Pretty good round robin. If you're not familiar with round robin, Google it, learn how to use it in your betting strategy. Great for profitability other than just an insurance policy. I use it for profitability. A lot of my parlays, I keep my parlays at 6 games / 6 legs or more, 6 to 8 games, 6 to 8 legs for my round robin, so I can do 2 times 6 on the combinations. I do all combinations. But when you look at this one, at the top you got the Chiefs, the Broncos, the Patriots, and the Eagles. Even though I went with the Bucks to win, still this is a nice bet to take. It's on the other side of it. Michael Wilson you can't do because they already played Cortland Sutton, the Broncos, Taquan Thornton, and these are receiving yards. Trey Tucker, Omarion Hampton, and Zacharias for receptions. I think that's a good bet. Brees Hall, Chase Brown, Lamar Jackson for rushing yards. Cam Skeetabo, McCaffrey, and Montgomery for rushing plus receiving yards. McCaffrey, Romadunze, Romadunze, and J.K. Dobbins for touchdowns. And then I like Caleb Williams passing for over 226. I like Sam Darnold throwing 1.5 receptions. And I like Caleb Williams for 1.5 touchdown passes as well. That's what I like for this ticket. Don't do the whole thing. Pick and choose what you like out of it. Round robin it or straight, whatever your desire, your tolerance is. But that's what I got. Hope y'all enjoy this super parlay / round robin. So, ladies and gentlemen and ladies, that brings us to the end of the show. Hope you found some value. I hope you found some bets. I hope you found some games that you are willing to watch from the entertainment side. Because we try to serve all those purposes and add value for those that want to look at this show to find out what games are worth watching from entertainment value. If you're here because you want to see what bets to make and what can make you some money, some moolah, some money, right? And then those that are here because they like fantasy and they like to see what's going on with the games and the momentum to see if their players are going to do well. We're here for it as well. Have a different variety, different shows. I'm also going to have another show that'll pop up between now and the game starting tomorrow that will just be bets only. I'm going to only have player props in there, period. Receptions, receiving yards, rushing plus receiving, passing yards, passing touchdowns, the plus cheese type stuff. I'm going to have all of that just in the show, not talking about the games, but just talking about the activity that these guys are going to do. It's almost like them tying their shoe. Easy money. Easy money. But anyway, let me calm down. Week 3, fellas and ladies. Hope you found value. If you did, like, comment, share, and subscribe. In the meanwhile, make sure you watch this video or this video. Hope it adds value with the team rankings and some other content I have. But let's get paid, fellas and ladies. Why not? It's Sunday. Let's go.
Lights on, game time. Let's break it all down. From the spreads to the lines, who's up, who's down. We're crunching the numbers, calling the plays, talking all sports in a big time.